Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, all U.S. Constitution protects all lives matter members out there. And good morning, New York, and our president, Donald J. Trump, and J.D. Vance, and all the first family and second family. We, the people, for the people, by the people, will prevail. And we, the people, for the people, will maintain a Christian nation that was started by our forefathers in the First Continental Congress in 1775. The nation has to be brought back into play. The nation that Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden try to destroy with all their treachery and debauchery, backing the communist, treasonous Black Lives Matter Movement Incorporated, who preached they wanted to annihilate the white race and how they were lesbians, homosexuals, who wanted to commit genocide. That genocide has proven to become true through the circumventing of the United States Constitution by the appointment of corrupt judges under Barack Hussein Obama. These treasonous judges are giving rulings contradictory to the U.S. Constitution. These judges are given rulings contradictory to Title 18. These judges are given rulings against the United States Supreme Court law and rulings that is supposed to be the law of the land in accordance with the United States Constitution. These judges have violated their code of ethics and their oath of office under the ABA standards. Therefore, the Senate committee must impeach every judge that contradicts the laws of the land and also should be brought down and brought up for going against the laws of God. Trying to brainwash a child and force a child's parents to allow and pay for a sex change is against the law. He is not of age, and therefore a teacher in grammar school, middle school, or whatever, that child is not the age of 18. That child's parents should not be bothered with ACS, just like a child's unborn rights under U.S. versus Belomo, Scheidler versus Now. And now the case is going up, Rizzoli versus the Executive Office of U.S. Attorney et al. 25-1580 in the Second Circuit. That Judge Swain violated her oath of office and ethics and ruled against a FOIA complaint, a Freedom of Information complaint, under Title V USC 552A G1C G4 E5, causing financial harm and further rules to be violated in accordance with New York State human rights laws, a denial of right to compete, a denial of a right to earn wages, a denial to Roman Catholic Kevin Rizzoli to have a child, which Barack Hussein Obama in 2008, February, authorized to be done on an illegal surgical procedure in Muncie Regional Medical Center, while illegally incarcerated at a prison facility resembling Auschwitz called Federal Correctional Complex, Allenwood. If you look at Auschwitz and the Nazi concentration camps, you'll see FCC Allenwood remade in the United States of America. Just like Barack Hussein Obama backed Black Lives Matter Movement Incorporated, whose foundation is to commit genocide on the white race and other races and religions, and to promote homosexuality amongst your children through brainwashing via Project M and COINTEL Pro, which can be seen in Hobson versus Wilson, 737 Fed 2nd, pages 1 through 15, D.C. Circuit, 1987. That is 737 Fed 2nd, pages 1 through 15, D.C. Circuit, 1987, where the FBI and the U.S. Department of Justice was ordered to cease and desist from using those programs, COINTELPRO and Project M, which is known by now, before was MK Ultra, to brainwash people, was unconstitutional and ordered to cease and desist, immediately targeting U.S. citizens with such programs, only to have it reinvented and reapplied in the 2000s by the Obama administration, be applied to President Donald J. Trump with the FBI SIA program, rats and top echelon rats and gang intelligence rats from various municipalities. Kevin Rizzoli has the proof, and such proof is being covered up. Some was seized illegally from his residence, and U.S. Constitution protects All Lives Matter Movement Incorporated's workspace and work area. Computers destroyed, a laptop and an iPad destroyed, court paperwork altered and destroyed by clerks in the U.S. federal courts who are loyal to Barack Hussein Obama loyalists and Black Lives Matter Movement Incorporated. And today, we have Channel 7 Eyewitness News touting about a parade that is one of the largest parades and celebrations in the nation. Such celebration is okay, but what it's celebrating for is anti-Christianity. What they're celebrating for is to brainwash your children, to ruin this country. What they're celebrating for is their attempts to overthrow the U.S. Constitution and the U.S. law policies governed by Title 18, governed by the separation of church and state, governed by Separation of Powers Act, and governed by the laws of God and other laws of man. So again, ladies and gentlemen, take a good look today at those who are looking to ruin America. Take a good look today at those who are looking to brainwash your child. Take a good look today at those marching to make and break your country. To make a place to break your country. To divide this country. When it says, in God we trust. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And God made the 10 Commandments to follow, as well as who? The Continental Congress, which was first enacted in 1775. And where was the first capital of the United States of America? Was the city of New York. The city in which I resided, and a city that does more hurt and harm than it does good today to our great nation, because this city has been infected with anti-Semitism proctored by Barack Hussein Obama and those Black Lives Matter members who are treasonous and also are domestic terrorists. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice, and freedom of religion is yours, but it's not yours to instill on another and to brainwash another into believing. You heard what I said. You can look it up. You can look it up. Have you ever defied the law? Because now the United Nations Articles 2 through 9 will be brought in and applied through Caddick versus Karasnik, 70 Fed 3rd, 232, 2nd Circuit, 1995. And Barack Hussein Obama will be held financially, as well as his subordinates, accountable. They hung Italian Americans for their businesses. They hung Italian American Roman Catholics because they were who they were. Now we want our reparation. But what we want is the people stand behind Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, and others who are culling through the cesspool that was created in the FBI by one Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden, and getting rid of the amoeba dysentery in our federal and U.S. court system, created by who? Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden, and cull through these judges and bring them out in the open. Try them in the open for treason, sedition, genocide, and a whole host of constitutional law violations, as well as ethics under the ABA rules and standards. Thank you very much. May God bless you. And look up Hobson versus Wilson, 737 Fed 2nd, pages 1 through 15, D.C. Circuit, 1987. Sims versus the CIA, 85 LED 2nd, 173, 1985, U.S. Supreme Court. Rizzoli versus FCI Allenwood, 225 Fed 3rd, 650, 3rd Circuit, 2001. Order released from Federal Bureau of Prisons for false records, the same false records that will continue to be used against him to deny him his constitutional right, and the same false records that Barack Hussein Obama, Eric Holder, Damian Williams, Preet Bharara, and other BOP officials used to illegally incarcerate him and enslave him in violation of the U.S. Constitution. 12 CR 550, tried before Denise Cote, an Obama appointee, and prosecuted by Damian Williams, AUSA, then in the Southern District of New York, who was rewarded after an attempt to silence Kevin Rizzoli on September in 2012. Thank you very much, and remember one thing. One person cannot do it. We need your help. But one person exposed Barack Hussein Obama's diabolical scheme to overthrow the United States government and enslave and illegally target Italian Americans and hold them in jail until they nearly were death, which is genocide. Thank you.